Hey folks, man, this is Monk, and we are back with another episode of Classic Cinematics, and I'm joined as always with my co-host. We got Bobby Blockbuster.
Yo, yo, yo!
Yeah, folks, man, today we're going to go into the realm of animation with this episode, and we're going to be talking about a classic anime film, and this is Ninja Scroll. This first was released in Japan in 1993. I think we got a taste of it in the States around 95.
Yeah.
In this film, Jubei, a highly skilled ninja, is coerced into slaying his own clan of warriors. After begrudgingly killing his fellow swordsmen, he becomes a roving hired assassin. During his travels, he must face off against an organization of demonic ninjas known as the Devils of Kimon, who are plotting to take power of Japan's government. The Devils will stop at nothing and have the power to annihilate entire villages. Now only Jubei and a shogun spy named Dakuan Dakuan can stop them, man. And this thing is crazy, man. Like I said, that story is wild. It gives you a hint of what's going on in here. We do have this character who's kind of like this wanderer, lone wolf kind of guy. Kind of fell from grace.
Nomad ninja.
Yeah. Kind of fell from grace, and also you've got this element of government, political stuff happening too. So there's like this plot to overthrow the government, and then you got these evil, demonic adversaries that are, I guess they're based on Japanese mythology, which can be cool, and it's just crazy to see that all mashed together into this action martial arts kind of fantasy kind of film, man.
Yes, absolutely, dog. And I'm so glad we're doing this one because I've been waiting all week to get my scroll on. So I'm ready to do that. And this one, one thing that I do like is how this one exemplifies the art of storytelling through animation. You know what I'm saying? To anyone who has doubts about how powerful animated films can be, or if they can hold up to live action films, a movie like this will make sure that you don't have a skewed view anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing about this also is, like you were saying, like when it comes to ninja quests, like there's so many liberties that can be taken. There's so many avenues that they can go in. And with this one bringing in this action, this fantasy, and also this horror element, and intertwining them all with this like underlying like gritty tone, hyper violence, and ultimately mature. This is not a cartoon for kids. I
feel like the closest thing we got to this when we were coming up was maybe something like Ninja 3, where it got into the more mystical side of being a ninja instead of just the weaponry and the hand-to-hand combat. It kind of got into that the aspect where you had that ninja that was reincarnated.
When it comes to the story, the way that it's delivered also is really, really cool because it's really fast-paced. Like I said, it's while we follow Jubei, this nomad ninja, for hire in a sense, we watch him as he's like kind of like just cruising through, just waiting for, the next person to kind of hire him for his services. And he's pretty much willing to do anything.
He's definitely a Han Solo type character. Yeah. Where you get the idea he's just for hire, whatever he could do to get a buck. And his morality is kind of questionable. He might have a personal code.
I think he has a good compass though.
A little bit. But he's also kind of skirting that line, like he's never going to really be what someone consider like a straight arrow guy. He's gotta has a scoundrel personality, But even then there's a little bit of like a man must have a code. It's like Omar from The Wire.
There you go.
I'm doing grimy stuff to certain people, but also I'm not going to go too far with it.
That's the thing. Like what I gathered from him is, like when it comes to like somebody who hires him, he'll take somebody out for some gold coins, but he won't let somebody hurt a woman in his presence, or he won't let somebody hurt a child in his presence.
Earlier, when that guy, when he gets ran up on the bridge, and the guy tells him, "So you went and did this for these people in this village for only 20 pieces of gold?"
20 pieces of gold.
And he's like, it's a poor village. Like, why am I going to beat them in the head? They can't, for this simple task that I'm doing.
And the dude was like,
"You're a fool."
He was like, "You're a fool because the sword that you took from us cost 300 coins."
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? You did it for a fraction of that. He was like, dude, you ain't gonna get that for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that kind of
trying to gauge the room.
It gives us an idea to his character. Like, he does have limits. You know, he has boundaries. He's not like those guys that came after him right there. You know?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. But what is a great compliment to him is also his counterpart, Kagaro, who is she is our female ninja who goes on the quest with him, and her story is just it's so grim and so like emotionally hurtful. Like, yes, she pretty much she finds out that
it's a hard world, bro.
Yeah, it's cold world. It's cold world, and she finds out that she's pretty much like Rogue in a sense, where anyone who touches her in a physical sense, be it sexually or
kiss her,
you
exchange fluids, you're gonna
exchange fluids in any way, shape, or form. Like, you can hold her hand, but that's about as far as you can go. She gonna kill you because her body is filled with poison. She is immune to it, but it is deadly to anyone else. And because of that, like, she also is a loner, which kind of makes her relate to, Jubei's character as far as like the loneliness aspect, but just on a completely different level. Whereas Jubei is lonely by choice, she's lonely by force. This is a time when, we're supposed to, well, mythology wise, from what we read,
historically wise, man.
Yeah, historically wise, it's like,
look up Nobunaga's reign. Gemma, he wants to overthrow the government with his guys in his power. Basically, he's a guy that Jubei fought in the past. They were actually, I think, together, working as
Gemma was the leader of their little crew.
But he went bad, and then Jubei ends up killing him, but he's not really dead, because he has a higher level of ninja skills, and he's basically reincarnated himself. And what he's doing is trying to overthrow the government with his crew. They got this plague running around, and it's really the 8 devils that are out there causing havoc in the country yard to destabilize and make the people fearful. So meanwhile, the Dakuan, he's out there, working secretly for the government to try to stop Gemma's forces, and he recruits Jubei unwillingly. He poisons him and brings him into this whole mess.
I'm glad you brought up Dakuan, because he's a little douche. Like, he definitely
awesome.
he manipulates Jubei. Yeah, like you said, he poisons him.
He reminds me of the guy from Afro Samurai.
Dude, Afro Samurai is an extension of this story in a sense. It's almost like it's Ninja Scroll just told in a different light. That's really all it is. But Dakuan, with him being, this government official, secret spy, like, he only has one task, and it's like to take out the 8 demons of Kimon, and to make sure that the gold that they're trying to steal is rendered by him. And he, as far as he's concerned, Jubei and Kagaro are expendable. He acts like he gives a damn about him at times.
He feels like a CIA operative who's just mastered manipulation.
Yes, because
like that's his secret power. He's clever, he's witty, he can handle himself, but his really big strength is manipulation.
Yes,
and controlling people to get them to do what he wants them to do.
And not for nothing. I ain't trying to dig into no Metallica bag, but he's a master of puppets, dog, because he's got both of them at the end of strings. You know what I'm saying? And every time stuff starts to go down, he disappears. He does not engage in warfare with them at all. He always dips the scene and then comes back after
looking
all
at
the smoke clears.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, there's one time,
just in case something don't go right.
Like when he sends, like, after they take out one of the first demons and stuff, he sends them on another little mission. Sees some smoke from a mountain from a distance. He's like, damn, y'all got taken out that quick? I still need y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. But, with all this good, we definitely get a lot of bad, because these villains, these characters that we're presented with, dog, it's just, it's insane with the good side and the bad side. But these demons of Kimon, they are just, all of them are unique and inventive in their own right. Starting with, Tesei, who is like, he's the first one we see. He's big. He's like almost like, think of like the Incredible Hulk, but he can turn himself into like rocks.
Oh,
Tesei, yeah. And then he has this sword where it's like it's almost like Darth Maul's sword, where he's got blades on both sides. But then he throws it like a boomerang.
That like when we see him in the beginning, it's just such an awesome display of power. When he takes out that whole ninja squad and
seamlessly,
like, it's just like with that blade, it's crazy. And then it kind of, this is what the film blew my mind.
Yes.
Not only that opening bridge sequence, we're already seeing dope shit, but then right after that, they're in the forest, jumping through the trees. It looks like that old game, Ninja Spirit or Shinobi.
But then you hear no sound. They're just...
But the animation and that, it's just blew my mind.
Yes.
Yo. I mean, this thing is on a bloody, gory side, kind of like Fist of the North Star kind of stuff, and things of
even
that nature.
More so. I mean,
but it's more. This one I think was a upgrade in the styles, and it was a little bit slicker than those older joints. But yeah, man, it just looked amazing, man.
Yeah,
really great direction.
This animation, it brings these characters to life. I mean, like I said, when you think of like Benasato, she's the chick. She's the one demon that like her body's covered in like snake tattoos. And the snakes come to life. There was a Tales from the Crypt episode where that happens. You know,
I mean, she sheds her skin.
Yeah, and it sheds her skin and stuff.
Or she can impersonate other people.
Personally, my favorite was Shijima. Shijima, he was the one. He looks like Lady Deathstrike, but he kind of like moves in the shadows, and he has this big claw hand. And shoots.
The B-Man is crazy too, man.
Dude, I'm glad that you brought him up. Yes, that is. Let me see where is his name. He is Mushizu, and he is awesome because he's like a little Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I don't know if that's awesome. I wouldn't want to be.
I wouldn't want to be him, but I mean, visually appealing and so original. Like, I mean, he looks like a little Hunchback of Notre Dame, and then you see him. I mean, he's got like the big eye, the little eye. I mean, he's definitely hunchbacking it. And then when he takes his shirt off, dude, his whole hunch is a wasp hive, and he can control the wasps and everything.
It makes for a cool encounter because he has to come up with clever ways to beat them all. And I think there is a blind swordsman guy too as well.
Oh yes,
that was a cool scene too, man. Those
that's
crazy.
Yusitsu Majoro, and I liked him because like he actually when him and Jubei get into it, he's talking to Jubei like his sight is his weakness. You know what I'm saying? And he like Jubei tries to lower him into the woods and everything, and they're doing. I mean, this looks like something straight out of one of the little clips from like Ninja Scroll. Not Ninja Scroll. I'm sorry. What Ninja Gaiden, the video game.
Well, there was a game that came out later on, Bushido Blade for PlayStation 1, and they had a level that you fought on that recreated that fight.
Like the running through the bamboo.
Yeah. But honestly, I think he was a superior swordsman to Jubei. But Jubei, he said your sight is a weakness. Well, probably would have been true if they were fighting him in his living room. Yeah. But Jubei was clever. I'm telling you, man, this guy's the ultimate improvisational fighter, yo. Because like he tricks him with the sword. Because he knows he can't see, so he sticks a blade into this tree, and blind guy doesn't know it's there. And he swings like
for that,
and then he hits the sword, and that gives Jubei an opening to.
And it's kind of unfair because Kagaro keeps jumping in too. He's like, "I told you I want to fight him 1-on-1." Like, man, and she keeps jumping in and everything.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. Then we get Genma. He's kind of the leader of this crew, man, and he's a scoundrel for all we know. Everything we heard about him is just rotten. There is a couple flashback scenes. I think we do see his supposed death. According to
he got decapitated, bro.
Yeah, but that wasn't enough, bro.
Nah,
he clearly came back from that. But yeah, man. The thing, like, aside from these characters, man, you get to the art style. It's just beautiful, man. When the thing about anime, man, like I think they benefit from superior art direction.
Yes,
but it's not like Looney Tunes, man. Like when they're talking, there is still a lot of still frames, man. You might just see their body there and then the mouse moving during the dialogue, but when the action gets going, dude, that's when this stuff shines, man. And I think these battle scenes in this film are just ridiculous, bro. It just takes this thing to a whole nother level, man.
You're 100% right. The animation, the way that it's done, the way these fight scenes are choreographed, like it almost feels like you're watching live action. Like the sword work and the way that they really bring these characters to life, and you can tell how much energy and effort has been put into, the artistic value that this film has from the animated standpoint. And I mean, with the color palettes, and then also, not just the action sequences that are so like visually stimulating, but the setting and the landscapes. I mean, they bring a certain level of beauty to this world of Japan that we might not really see otherwise.
There's a taste of so many environments. Like we get the forest. countryside scenes, the temples,
anything with running water looks beautiful.
Yeah, the water, the springs, you know, the you know when he's going to bathe, you know, and it's just like that cloud and mist that
in the mountainsides and everything. And then also, you know, like you said, when you bring into this majestic element, you know, with all of like, I mean, there's a part where, you know, at the end where he's fighting, where Jubei's fighting Gemma and everything. And then like, because the boat's on fire, the gold starts melting. Crazy. It's like twinkling and shit.
It's like it's like the end of Trespass when they set the building on fire and they're trying to get stuff done. And it's just like, and it's just, you see stuff snap, crackling, popping, burning.
It's wild.
Stuff's falling. It looks really good, man.
It looks really.
There's a lot of frames in this thing where you could pause this film almost at any minute, and that's a postcard, bro.
Yeah,
a poster.
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, you know, it's just so cool how, you know, everything. It's not just the characters, the environment. Everything is just brought to life through this animation, and with that, you know, this one has a lot of memorable quotes too. Like there's quotables out the wazoo.
Oh, they talk some shit. Especially dude, Dakuan. He got some bars, bro.
Dakuan does. But you know, my favorite one is when Jubei says, "I hate those that think so little of their own worth," and he's talking to Kagaro. He's talking to Kagaro because, you know, like he's pretty much just telling her like, yo, just because you're damaged don't mean you can't be happy. You know what I'm saying? And that's something like that. It's just like, damn. I mean,
but also that's easy for him to say because he's not living her life.
He's not. But you know what I'm saying? But he's still like,
I hear you,
but he's still rocking with her though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at the same time, you know, it's like, you know, sometimes you gotta look past that stuff. But man, then Dakuan, man, this is one part where he's telling Jubei like shave your moral compass, man. He's like, man, if what do you say? When you fight the devil, you must be a devil yourself. It's like, dude, like these are the kind of things.
A little bit. Dakuan be pushing the limits, though.
He does. I mean, he does. I mean, these, like I said, these quotes are just insane.
Because if we've been honest, Jubei didn't have to get evil to beat Gemma. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the cool thing. And that's what I love about his character arc too, is that he stayed within himself. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have to, you know, juggle his moral compass or sway from the person that he is to still, you know, achieve the goal and accomplish the mission in his own sense, you know what I'm saying, while keeping his self intact. You know what I'm saying? He could walk away from it all and still be the same person he was.
I think also what's great about this thing is the score, man. It has like an orchestral thing, and when things ramp up, it's crazy, dude. Like I love the fight music, man. Like when that thing comes in, that boom, boom, boom,
yes.
Like we first hear that it's kind of the same theme that plays a couple times in the major battles, but when the forest comes in, we hear that first when that blade goes out.
Oh yeah.
It's like, yo, and it's just charging and this boom. And I think it goes full tilt when him and Gemma fight on that boat, man. And then there's a point where that shit drops out and you just hear the background noise and the sound of them two wrecking. It's one of the best fights, man. Like he's got a sword and Gemma's got these big things that are blocking him, you know, and using a lot of hand to hand, man. There's one part where Gemma damn near, I think he dislocates his arm, Jubei's arm, and he manhandles him, throws him up against the wall, then it's like pow, 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 pow.
Yeah.
Hit him with like a
rock and roll, and he does this with a big stick in his he's impaled with a piece of board.
20-piece combo, and then Jubei's about to slump down, and he just grabs him, holds him up, and I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
But then what I love about that fight is Jubei still talking shit to him.
Well, you know, and then Jubei turns around, and I mean, talk about a headbutt, dog. He headbutts Gemma like 20 times, headbutts his whole head through the boat into like turning it into mashed potatoes, dog, and still button. You know what I'm saying? But you're absolutely right about the score. It definitely it's a major compliment. Adds a lot of depth and intensity to the film, the action scenes, and it was actually composed by Koro Wada, and the sound effects as well. Like, you know, when the punches are being landed and, you know, the swords are being swung, the wind blowing, everything. It all just really makes everything just kind of mesh together so well. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes, you know, it's just wild that a film can be so beautifully done and so hyper violent, and we can still just enjoy it for the art that it is. You know what I mean? This is one of those movies.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. This is definitely high on my list, man. If you want to get into some anime, This is definitely, it's one of them ones, man. You know?
Shit. I mean, when you think about it, dog, in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? Anime wasn't overly exposed in the US. I mean, especially not from the manga standpoint. So the three heaviest hitters that we had that got everybody's nose open was Akira, Ninja Scroll, and Ghost in the Shell. So this is one of the top three on almost everybody's list from that era that knows that they are front runner films of bringing open exposure and anime to the States. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Yoshiaki Kawajiri, who is the director of this. He also did Wicked City, worked on Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust, Demon City,
Vampire Hunter D is dope.
Which is also great. He also did some work on the Animatrix. That's pretty cool that I see on here. And he's got a couple other things, you know. Even Batman's Gotham Knight, he's got his hands on that somewhere, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I think that's it, man. We can wrap this up, man. It's been another episode of Classes of Cinematics, man. You can check us out at Classes of Cinematics on Instagram, man. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. And you can catch me at Monkey Blood on Twitter, Instagram.
And as always, this is Bobby Blockbuster. You can catch me on the next show.
All right, folks, we out of here. Peace.